Okay, so by now, you're probably asking, why, right? The reason why is y'all ready for it? So this is the truth. The truth is, first, peace to all y'all, blessings, much love. Now, the truth, much love, much love. Love, love, love. Millions and millions and millions of years ago. You ain't gotta believe me. I promise you don't. Because that's just what my spirit is telling me to do. So it's meant, it's time. Right now is the time. Millions of years ago, before there was any element, before there was space, before there was air, water, everything that exists today, lived cosmos. I'm the cosmos. You're the cosmos. Everything around is the cosmos. Modern day cosmos today look like stars, look like you and me. You stare at a star long enough, you'll probably see the movement. But that's modern day cosmos. Millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago, we was the cosmos. The cosmos was a rainbow. Just imagine what you see now not existing. And this just being a energy source of a rainbow, all colors, in one, in unison, oneness, just in the sky. When you look at the dark sky or the light sky, just use your imagination and notice the rainbow that's there. You may see it after the rain. Sometimes you can stare up in the sky long enough to see it. Sometimes you can see it in glares. But it was like a rainbow that you would see after the rain. And we was just like little particles, little ethers in one, like this, that just intelligent beings. We was intelligent beings, but we was spirit. We was nothingness and everything in one. This is a time when nothing existed, but everything existed. Now from this point, us as a being, with so much love, so much differentness, but similarities, we had a meeting. We formed a meeting. Doing this for who knows how long. Infinity. Beyond infinity. And we discussed how to build intellectual beings. We wanted to grow our intel, our intelligence, and expand it from what we already was. We was already an intelligent being, but we knew the only way to expand us, our life force, our being, was to create a being who can expand it. We wanted to create a being that could make us more than what we were. But we started as a rainbow. Think about why these fucking white people, these fucking pedophiles and all this mass supremacy fucking use the rainbow for homosexuality. They don't want the masculinity to know where they come from. They want to use that for everything else. Like, it's an agenda. They don't want you to see no rainbow. They want you to think about a rainbow and get disgusted. But that's you. Think about us with melanin. Melanin is all things. All things, like an ether. The ether had colors. We was all colors at once, but just a floating source. And from there, we agreed. Love is the only way to go. And with love, we have to have beings who can love everything. So from that point on, we threw the sun out there. Let there be light. We was already the light. We came in like a fucking comet, like a shooting star. We came in. Shout out the sun. It's the first thing we shout out. Space. It's the first element, first off. We created the space. The sky. But it started off as space. It's the very first element that we created. And the space now still exists of all the colors. Look at the planets, look at the solar system, the galaxies. Like, there's so many different colors out there. It's, you know? From then, with the sun is us, man. It was only us as a being that existed at once. The human beings before we was human spirit, man, we was a fucking mass energy source. Without this, without Earth, without nothing else, the animals, no aliens, no none of that. It was just us, spirit, man. A mass of energy. Boom, shout out the sun from us. The sun from us. We shot it out of us. Brighten up the skies. It made color what it is. Because without color, you wouldn't really see, without the sun, you wouldn't really see a lot of necessary colors. And once it go nighttime, a lot of other colors stand out as well. You look at the sky, you know? You feel me? And from then, no evolution. We went in, we formed the sky. We formed the earth. We formed everything that exists from day one. Me, you, and everybody else, we've been here. We might seem 25, 26 years old today, but we're a million-year-old species, being. We're millions years of beings, of age. And from day one, we didn't necessarily come physically, but we was here. From our ancestors, like, we didn't go from apes, that Darwinism, that's to take away that actual, you feel me? They don't want human beings, to realize who they are as the superior dominant figures of anything. And we're the first. This here, the first, very first. We came in, there's guys and goddesses who I know to be the true first ones who came. Shiva, Ramadan, Krishna, Vishnu, Ram, me, Rano, this form. This is in different flesh, just reincarnated over and over and over again. But the ether exists because of us. We're the rainbow. We are the rainbow. We are the cosmos. We're the cosmos that exists in physical form. We're the creators of all things, of the world, the universe. There's no aliens. Our third eye, our crown, the throat, the nose, your eye. This is a physical, spiritual being. The brain is that interconnection from spirit to physical. The brain is a being itself. Like, the brain is the being. We are the being because of brain, because that is that portal. We're in a portal right now. You don't even realize it. This flesh is a portal. When the brain is created, that's that interconnection from spirit to flesh. That's that borderline. But we have a being that's in us, that is us. But we is the being. You gotta realize it. These stories, these concepts, God, Jesus is a man of us. Somebody alive right now is Jesus. But God can be real as you want it to be. Once you realize that I'm God, you're God. Everything's created in His image. Think about where the seat of the soul is. It's the seat of the soul. That's the seat of the soul. Think about it. The seat of the spirit. What exists in the seat of the soul? What is it? The brain. Right? If the brain is the seat of the soul, and they're one, your spirit and your flesh. But this flesh is spirit. This is a spirit world. Physical realm don't exist. It doesn't. All the emotions, the ego, the materialistic things, that is an agenda to conquer you. 2,000 years ago, what time it is now, it's the Aquarius age. It's the age of the Ascension. This is what Jesus was killed for. Slavery, in actuality, for your people, my people, of melanated beings, started with the death of Jesus. Jesus was almost the last being who men saw the healing strength and power that we have. Everything around us exists for our survival. We can live off of it. We don't have to eat a thing. We can literally stay outside, sit there, let the sun hit you, and then nighttime, you will survive with no food, with no water, no nothing. You will survive. Now we got the ocean, fruits bear off of trees, plants, so much herbs in the nature is ridiculous. Everything, the sun, the fucking stars, the planetary system, fucking everything is meant for your survival. Why do you think the white people control it all? What you eat? We have natural music, birds, the fucking everything has That's how we created the world. In vibrations. We created it all in vibrations, like that's a vibration. You notice sometimes when you live near a construction site or like some heavy machinery is going on in your house, you can feel it in the walls. You can feel it. That vibration of that source is coming, is pushing out. But we got the biggest vibration in the world, our heartbeat. Every time your heart beats one time, the vibration goes out into the whole fucking universe. That one pulse. There's almost 120 pulses per minute. 110 average depending on your age. And that's everybody. This being here, it was created to control the physical realm, but it's a spirit, it's a God in it. It's me. This is the image. The image of this world is what I see. Is what my brain perceives and transmits to my eyes that makes me visualize, hear, smell, taste, feel it. I can control what I feel, what I want to feel. Sometimes I raise my head up and smile to the sky, the sun come out. Sometimes I'm feeling a little, just, it's a beautiful world, and I got my head down, the fucking rain come down. When I just not think about nothing, the wind blows and gusts so hard. We have focal points. The strongest, it's like focus. Our main energy, the biggest energy of us as beings, resides where the most hair is. Think about it. Pubic hair. Pubic hair is one of the biggest protective, it protects a huge organ, reproductive, keeping us alive, keeping the world in existence. Because with us, this exists. Everything around you exists with us. Our stomachs, that's the energy source of itself. The core, that's why I do big spinal breathing from the bottom of my spine to the top of my head, because that core is where all the energy resides. It's a coil in the spine, and it's a coil in the core of the body, the crown of the body, not the crown of the head. And it's like a serpent. That's why so many of our cultures, we celebrate and worship the serpent, because it's a coil of energy there. And when once you release that, the serpent goes up. It's like electricity. Once the coil is released and goes to the conductor, it creates an electromagnetic field. That's the aura. Just like us. It would be a smart ass who create fucking electrician courses off of the human body, the human anatomy, but I was meant to go for a reason. Now it's giving me more of a relation, something relatable, relatable topics and conversations, but it creates an electromagnetic field. Our stomach, our heart, the chest hair for men. This chin hair protect your neck, your heart. Your head hair protects your fucking brain. And let me tell you about this hair as well. You have that core energy in your stomach. Look at your hair. What does it do naturally? Coils up. It's like a fucking, it's like a capacitor it's like the coil spring and then the capacitor on top, like a battery pack with the actual generator on it. Because the coil hair receives energy from everything around you, and it goes to the body. The sun. You ever close your eyes with the sun out and you see red in your head? It look like it's red dots. That energy is received from your hair. That energy alone can heal everything in your body. No diseases would exist. And let me tell you, why the world is what it is today. Think about this. The reason why you don't see the sun all the time and get that good sunlight every day like you supposed to, because we control it. If we was more happier, loving people, it would be bright out every day. A supremacist, eugenics, whatever you want to call them, they created chemtrails to cover up the sky, to cover up the sun. They shoot back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, past the sun. After like the third day, we got some sunlight. And those fake ass clouds expand. Boom, 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 boom. All the way out. And it's like fucking thousands of jets that then went past the sun and up in the air and all that shit. But it's only majority of the metropolitan cities. Look at your city. You fucking covered over in dark clouds. You go to them big at them countries where the white people is, out in there, they see stars at night. Most of the time we don't see stars. We don't even really fucking see the sky. It's like Gotham clouds out that bitch. They're not fluffy clouds. Your clouds are fluffy. Clouds look like pillows. Clouds look like you want to lay in them, but you know you're going to fall right through them. Okay. We have the most light. There's lights everywhere in big metropolitan cities. At night. You know the most melanin is produced in darkness? The most dark? You get that sunlight in the day, and at night you get total darkness. The most melanin neurons is produced to the brain. Then you got the drinking water. Think about everything that I said to the point where it all exists for our survival. We don't need no one to manufacture it, govern it, patrol it, control it, none of that shit. But why they got control over drinking water? Why are they filtering water that's as natural as it gets? The water is literally purposely there for our survival. We can fucking dig somewhere deep enough in the ground and we have a whole well of water, but they got it controlled. They're bottling it when it's fucking here. It's in us, it's here. Like, why they bottling it? Why they have it filtered? Why they have it, you know why? Mainly in the city, we got that fluoride water. We got this shit that's tap water. You go to them countries and shit, these people that I be moving, they have well water out their sinks. Spring water in their sinks. Showers, all that shit. We the only ones that really got this fluoride infested water. Toothpaste. Fluoride. Fucking the food. Genetically modified. We don't need none of that shit. We can eat grass. You can eat this. It will fill you. It will help you stay alive. You know how long our lives would be in survival if we wasn't governed the way we was governed. From the music. Do you know how much music kills you? You don't even know. Between the music, it all has frequency. We're nothing but frequency beings. Everything that exists in this world has a frequency. The fucking food, conversations, people, anything that you see that the thought is in has a frequency. This cup has frequency and energy because whoever created it, their energy and frequency created this, which now gives this to create their created energy. Me, I can take over and look at it, stare at it long enough, conduct my energy into it, and now it's mine. That's why the world reacts to me. Because I done push my energy out there from my Merkaba. My Merkaba exists, my prana, my life force, it exists outside of just me. Because it's not in me in the first place. None of it. I don't exist. Ronald Brown exists because I, the spirit being, wanted this person to live. But I had a life before Ronald Brown, I'm gonna have a life after Ronald Brown, and I've been having this life for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Something about it, I always knew I kind of was older. I just always felt like an old soul, and I realized the journey now I had to go through everything I went through for purposes and reasons, and from fucking birth to here, having dreams and, having fucking deja vu consciousness perceptions of this shit as a teenager, like just always trying to figure shit out, but overthinking, fleshly, instead of being more the spiritual, in tune being. You know why they want to take that away from us? Because we would control the world. We created it. Only 30,000 years ago, the people who got control now existed. We've been here millions, millions, millions. They existed back then too with us, but they existed because of us today. We got the memory on us, melanated people, of the beginning of time. Our coiled hair, the eyebrow, this is the natural person. We're natural, we're organic in species, a spiritual species. The mouth, the throat, the heart, the organs, all of it, it has spiritual functions. Love, it isn't just a word, it's a frequency, it's an energy. You could tell something, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you so much. I love the whole world, and I love everybody. And literally, that shit sent out to the whole fucking world. Somebody who's an empath, who's out there in the spirit world, but knowing that they're in the physical world, this is the spirit world. They can feel that love. Everything around it feels it. Only ones who really don't is in that physical being who's still in third dimension, who thinks that this person exists that you are now. You know, you're not here for that. You're here to grow. And whatever life you're in, that current life, grow, expand, 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 expand. When you come back, you're gonna expand, expand, expand. When you come back again, you're gonna keep expanding in love. It'll make the world so much beautiful. It would be so beautiful that you would know when you came back, you would know your existence every time. They think them white people take monarchies, them European old kings, queens, and fucking Roman empires, they had their monarchy and lineage from greats all the way down to fucking nephews, and they kept it because they knew they were going to keep reincarnating back into power. But it wasn't just them, it's all of us. We all come back. We've been here. We know this world. We created it. Y'all don't know how strong and how powerful the brain is. This brain here, it controls everything around. It don't exist in just your head. It's the fucking portal between spirit and flesh. It goes out into the whole universe. One thought. Even when you, everything, your nostril, your nose, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your eyes, even the vein in the middle of your head, the crease, the smile, it's all help you to see your third eye. I noticed, like, when I used to, I would, because I just started noticing the third eye isn't something that, you know, give you certain feelings on things and intuitions and revelations and prophecies and shit like that. It does, but it also gives you sight. It expands your senses so much. Blind people, their third eye is expanded so much that they can hear. They have echolocation. They can hear and see all in one, like bats. Every animal have a pineal gland. But we're the only species whose pineal has been tampered with so much that everything is meant to decalcify it. Everything that you put in your body is meant to decalcify. The music, everything that once used to be a high frequency, la la la, all the way to 90s R&B. Now the rap, that shit, all that shit from the 80s, 70s, that rap, that the white people fucking, they started off with the A&R records and then just hired a whole bunch of black people to create all this fuck shit. That shit kills. The world itself has the sound and frequency. We are created off of sound. Like I said, the first thing we was a cosmo of energy that was like, oh, That's how we like woke up. Like every day you wake up, when you open your eyes, for the first time. That's how it was the beginning of time. That's everybody who first day one seen the world like a child. It's beautiful. It's like this world exists because I created it. Really look at it. Really look at the world. Really notice the detail of it. That it's such in-depth, detailed description. It's you. Everything that's in you is in the world, but everybody be like, everything in the world in you. Nah, motherfucker, everything that's in you is in the world. You put all this shit out there. You look at the fucking world and relate it to yourself because it is. The tree, that's my head. This is me. The fucking earth, I'm earth. The water, I'm water, I'm air, I'm oxygen, I'm fucking every element that exists. From fucking plutonium to whatever you want to consider it, I'm everything. Silicone, why do you think they want your head? Why do you think they want your fucking melanin? They want that Sunday suntan and try to get all that energy like us and the nude beaches and shit like that. Who does all that? Who goes to the fresh farm markets and who go Whole Food markets and put all the shit in their body and do everything they're supposed to do to them? But we supposed to be doing. Everybody's supposed to be doing this shit. We can do it. They're not supposed to be all these houses and everything. Think about your houses. Think about when sometimes you feel bad vibes in your house. Sometimes they're like, you might have you might have like not ghosts, but negative energies, all this shit. And then think about the energy source who created it. And even if you're like in governmental projects and shit like that, think about the actual thought the motherfuckers and manipulation they put into it, the energy they put into it to create these projects and shit like that. They manifest that energy into it. That shit is control facts. It's substance. It takes you out of who you are. It can control you, condense you. Look at the neighborhoods. Look at everything that we surrounded by, the world. It's so much control over us in that spirit realm. We're literally losing the spirit battle, and it's been like this since Jesus died because we lost that consciousness, that Christ consciousness of healing.